Near is better than far. Small is better than big. Simple than complex. And personal is better than corporate, and physical than abstract. Those are the main arguments, the summary, you might say, of local economy and the free market. That's the argument I make here on the David Tully Show. And we are trying to find out what Romans 13 really means. We've got to call into Jeff Sessions. He made a statement yesterday about it really meaning that you should obey any ordinance of man that's there. And it's good to enforce the law. It's good to obey the law. And the law is the law, and the law comes from God, and there's nothing you can do about it. And because it's the law, it is good, and it is really outside of moral questions anymore once it's been decided by a legislature, right? That's or policy, right? It could be ICE policy. Once it's there, you might as well just give up and go home because it's the law, and you just have to obey it, and you have to let us obey it. So just get out of our way. We are the American government, and we are righteous, holy, and true. And as David Tullis says down in Chattanooga, we are the good people. And, we really are. We really are the good people. Well, this is David Tullis, and I argue that you should love your neighbor and buy local. There is a sort of consumer angle to local economy and free market as a theme and theory. So, of course, all in pencil. And I say that because if it were in ink, you would be making commitments that I dare not make, and that's because the local economy as a concept is merely provisional. The underlying basis of it, what you could say is, you could say it's Christian sanctification. You could call it Christian rebuilding. You could call it Christian action. And speaking of Christian action, I'm wanting to mention Beth Foster here in Chattanooga. She is from what I know about Beth, she's someone who is on the opposite side of people like you, a progressive Democrat, humanistic, Christian, liberal Christian sort of person, and yet she's in many ways very admirable. And when I think back of the summer when she was she gave a talk at the left wing rally at Coolidge Park. She gave the best one. It wasn't a rant about rights. It wasn't a rant about being queer and needing to make other people celebrate being queer with you, as some of the other speakers did, with their purple hair and their tight tops. She gave a very good talk about asserting your rights, and I admire Beth Foster for that. Hers was the most useful presentation. It wasn't just hot rhetoric about injustices. It was practical information. And she is today in Nashville. She's been part of a poor people's campaign. And as the Tennessean says, aims to get arrested. It says why the Tennessee poor people's campaign aims to get arrested. Monday was the fifth event, this a few days ago. And it was the fourth event in Nashville in which there were people arrested. Her picture is online at thetennessean.com. And she's wrong about several things biblically. For example, marriage. She defends the lug butt theory, the rights of lug butts, LGBTQ, lug butt and queer world, a fading, self-destructive concept which won't last long. Right? It has a sharp moment in high relief, and sodomy comes and goes like that. It comes into high relief just at the end of a patriarchal-oriented civil and public life, and then it just disappears. It happened in the 10th and 12th centuries, 10th, 11th, 12th centuries, and it also appeared in the patriarchal times of the Crusades, and in our country after the patriarchal 1950s, where the husband in the suit is spanking his wife, right, because she didn't do something right at home. That is, again, a patriarchal perspective. And we have gay theory, and she's part of that. So she would claim that my Christian analysis of the doctrine of marriage is patriarchal. It is ungodly. It is oppressive, and so on. And she's probably, I don't know for sure, she's probably for as I say, abortion rights, right, pro-choice. And she's probably for socialism in all of its best form, of course, not the expensive corporate side of socialism that the left doesn't talk about. And so she's for congressional action, but she's right on many other points. And she has a Christian motivation, right? She would have a transgendered clergy person give her the Lord's Supper on Sunday, and that's Beth Foster's world. And so, she and her friends have been right about, for example, the ordinance passed by even our conservative city council members, the ban on panhandling, which I said is simply wrong and ungodly, and creates more police action. Right, we need less police action, not more empowerment of our city military forces against the free market and against free speech. And so Beth Foster is out there, and what I respect about the people on the left, though one could say I'm not on the right really, but one would say David Toulis, he's right wing, he's on the conservative side, and I can't disabuse everybody who might think that, but we'll just let it go and pretend that is true. So she and I are on the opposite sides of many issues, but I do admire her. Not just because she gave the best speech of all at that anti-Antifa, anti-racist event this last summer in Coors Park. Now, I've got a call here. The number is 800-8949, 800-8949. And what is on your mind?
Take something off here.
Okay. Mike is calling me, but he's in the middle of doing 5 different things. Yeah, that's better, Mike. Go ahead.
I know it's off topic, but I want to talk
Please
about
change it.
Walker. Can we do that?
I'm glad you bring him up. I had a moment's thought about him, but fill me in, Mike. Fill me in.
Why isn't he in jail? We heard that he was sentenced to 4 years in jail, and now we're finding out he was on house arrest. What is wrong with the judges and the system in Chattanooga? You know, I know you're an investigative reporter, David. I hope you get out there and start covering the courts, because there is something wrong when somebody without a driver's license gets jail time, and somebody who killed children, black children, and that's why, I think it's a racist thing. I think if they were white kids, he'd be in jail for the rest of his life. But, hey, who cares? Black guy kills black kid, like in Chicago, black on black. Hey, let him go. Who cares? Bunch of racists. That's what I think. First of all, there's some culpable people here. And it's the school district of the city of Chattanooga or Hamilton County. And when those teachers made a complaint, they should have suspended him and investigated, and they did. So the blood is on their hands. They're all going to hell. The next is the judge who sentenced him to 4 years in jail. He's going to go to hell. And now, especially that he's on house arrest for killing kids. Are you serious?
Well,
and now he allegedly...
He does have prison time ahead, Mike.
14-year-old? Are you kidding me?
Well, Jeffrey Walker is facing prison time.
Is facing? He should have his nuts cut off. Is facing? He killed those kids. He statutorily, allegedly raped them. What's he doing on house arrest? Just bless his heart. We're going to forgive him. It's okay. We're all a bunch of nuts. You know what we should do?
He's out on bond, Mike.
System. Abolish the courts, because they're there to ensure that parents don't go out and take justice for themselves. And people, when there's an argument.
Are you there, Mike? Have we lost you? All right, Mike is disappeared for us for a moment there. But this is David Toulis, and we are at 92.7. The number is 800-8949. That's 800-8949. Brought to you by yournews.com. Also brought to you by the website for the person who matters, and that is Neganomics.com. Very tuned, by the way, on June 23rd and 24th, that's Saturday and Sunday, the 36th annual Chattanooga Waterfront Triathlon. And you've heard about it. Make note of it. It's downtown. And we will be broadcasting at the expo both days, Saturday and Sunday. And our own Sam Jordan will be there broadcasting, or as I say, not as narrowcasting. We are effectively narrowcasting, but we're doing both with two tremendous signals. Sam on the bike the day of the race on Sunday. We hope to be there with our wonderful Hummer, David Toulis, and the yellow Hummer, and I call it the tank. And arguing local economy and free markets in Chattanooga and beyond. So Jonathan Walker is on bond. He's appealing since he had the negative ruling against an appeal for a reduced sentence. And I'm looking at his picture out of Nashville booking station. He's been charged with statutory rape, having allegedly had sexual relations with a girl 14 in the family with which he was staying there. And Mike is very upset and says the judges in Chattanooga are criminals, sentencing this man who killed 6 children to 4 years, saying that the system is somehow racist. If the children had been white children, then Jonathan Walker would have gotten much more punishment. That's the suggestion that he's making, and I'll let him make that. I will not argue that myself. Now back to Beth Foster. She is kind of probably a doctrinaire liberal. She's a practicing Christian in the left wing of the church, the part of the church, the Christian church that has, I think, it has important points of doctrine wrong, and I think it has a kind of willful disregard for the law of God, but it doesn't know how to use the law of God when it touches on certain issues correctly, but it rejects it on other points. But she's in a photograph on a kind of die-in on a highway in Nashville and facing arrest. It's part of the Tennessee's Poor People campaign. The story by Jordan Payer in the Tennessee on the 13th of June is really odd, and it doesn't really say what the arguments are. What are the points that these people are making in their 40 days of moral action? And I'm kind of surmising what they are, because the story doesn't say what the claims are. And where's the injustice that they are declaiming against? Somebody's hurting my people is the sign in one of the photographs attached to the online story. And here's to get some idea of what Beth is doing. There's a slogan: everybody's got a right to live, everybody's got a right to live, and before this campaign fails, we'll all go down to jail. Everybody's got a right to live. But of course, we're not talking here about the unborn. These are Democrat, progressive people, and they don't care about unborn girls, preborn girls. So the right to live is not about them. Okay, don't get that wrong. So it may be about not dividing families, right? Not separating girls and boys post birth, right, from their parents. You can kill the baby girl before birth, and we're happy with that because that's the exercise of a feminist right. But you can't separate the girl from her mother after birth because she is an immigrant, and both are immigrants, and we don't want to have any violence against them. That position is true. I agree with that position, that there should not be a separation of family. If whole families come over intact to this country across the border, I would say, if anything, we need them to be here, because we need to have the whole family, Spanish-speaking family with many children, right? These are Roman Catholic influenced people, open to Christianity, many of them. Though animism fills the hearts of Central Americans, Latin American religion is a kind of an eclectic mix of Christianity and local custom. But they're here, and they're very open to the gospel, and so they're pro-life, and they love children, and all of which is very prosperous, right? They have a prosperous perspective that many Americans reject. Americans don't have that perspective at all. They're not optimistic enough to have to make love and have children, right? There's a fear in the heart of your average American. We are afraid of the future. We don't know what we're bringing. We're going to count our pennies, right? We're going to count pennies, and we read the stories about how each child born into the world costs before age 15, $80,000, and I can't imagine ever earning $80,000 to spend on this child, what with diapers and crayons and size 6 shoes. I can't see that. So no, we're not going to have children. We're a fearful people, I'm afraid to say, not believing in God, but not following traditional American optimism and the can-do spirit. So Beth Foster she's right about immigrants, and it's odd that here I am. I'm trying to explain to people who I am as far as being a host of the radio. I was at a skilled care nursing facility yesterday with my mother. And I came into where the old people in their wheelchairs were playing cards, and on the right sat David, one of the people in charge of activities, and he was asking me to maybe preach again, as I have done before. And I was trying to describe who I am, and I said, well, I'm at the right-wing station, and people say I'm a conservative, but what I really am, David Toulis, and what perhaps you can be, my listener, is a classical liberal. Now, what that means is that we are liberal and open, right? We have a liberal education. That means you've read all the authors, right? You've read Piaget, you've read Dostoevsky, you've read Hemingway, and you've read Dostoevsky and Faulkner, and you've read into sociology. You've read Eric Fromm, perhaps, and you've read all the authors, and you're well-rounded, right? That's a liberal education. Now, a classical liberal is someone who is open to the world and makes an assessment. That's what I do here for you at the Sean Hannity station. We're a right-wing station, Sean Hannity, and Alex Jones we have as well. And, of course, we have a lot of football and sports. We have a great deal of that. I know that's outside the realm of politics, but we have a lot of sports here at Mega Radio 92.7 FM, brought to you by yournews.com. But a classical liberal is really not a conservative, and he's certainly not a progressive liberal. Beth Foster, who has maybe more welfare spending for the poor, and probably agrees with Bernie Sanders to have $1 trillion tax increase. She's probably okay with that. Much of what she says is accurate, right? Sometimes the left is more coherent than the right. Your pro-government, pro-police state conservative, I have a hard time identifying with such a person. A classical liberal wants liberty, and it's classical because he represents the ideas perhaps espoused by Gary North in the early part of the 20th century, Van Mises and Hayek perhaps in the century before, with Alexis de Tocqueville and some of the French conservative philosophers. They were mostly Catholics, but they had a very good market analysis, and they were for freedom. And, of course, Calvinism, which is the basis of democratic government, the basis of liberty. The whole idea of political liberty comes from Jacques Calvin, who lived in Switzerland, my second country, in Geneva, and brought about the Reformation by his wonderful writing. And so a classical liberal is not a progressive, he's not a Democrat, and he's certainly not a conservative Republican, right? Conservative Republicans like Eric McCormick, or not Eric, State Representative McCormick, Gerald, they don't have a Bill of Rights for cops, right? That kind of thing. That is not free market. That's not freedom oriented. And the reason I can be a classical liberal is because I believe in the promises of the gospel, where if you have more gospel in society, you have more self-government. If you have more self-government, you have less need for the civil magistrate, the one Attorney General Jeff Sessions says requires absolute obedience, right? That's what he was arguing for yesterday with Sarah Huckabee Sanders, so echoing the word of God about the state. But what we have in Washington and what we have in Tennessee in state law, we have not a Romans 13 government, which is defensible. We have a Revelation 13 government, which is ungodly by definition, and yet is ordained of God. The question comes up: do we obey government if God ordained it? Well, no. God ordained a wicked government. Let's say Nashville. Okay, let's say there's a wicked policy in Nashville. God ordained it to be because God is judging the state, right? He's judging the people in the state. Just because it is doesn't mean it's normative. And you have to understand that. Just because it exists, a certain party has control of the government and says, these now are our laws, we're going to turn in all Jews. Okay, that's what happened under the Third Reich. Jews have to be turned in, they have to be restricted, they have to wear the Stars of David on their chests and so on. Those things are to be resisted, right? And Romans 13 doesn't require absolute submission at all. In fact, if you're a Christian, you should be the one at the front of resistance. And that's why I think Beth Foster is admirable. She may be wrong on numerous points, but she believes as a Christian, saved by the blood of the Lord Jesus, that you have to fight. You have to fight. It may not be a fight that requires your arrest, I suggest, but Calvinism always made people have itchy trigger fingers. And the Reformation brought about, it did bring about the revolutionary period. The idea of revolution has come out of the Reformation. It is a mistake, of course, the idea of revolution. But revolutionism, you could say, began in the 1840s. And there's a remarkable book about that that I've still not finished. and it's a mistake. It is a mistake, but and of course it brought us to modern administrative totalitarianism of the American kind, of the Soviet kind, of the Cambodian kind, of the German kind, of the French kind. These are all very similar in their form. And yet, Christianity is full of happy people. They fight, and there's this, think of the Huguenots fighting the French Roman Catholic kings. Think of the American Revolution fighting the unjust claims of the English legislature against their rights. David Tullis for the radio. We've got some wonderful sponsors. Do tune in and patronize and enjoy our sponsors. David Tullis.
3, 2, 1.
Chattanooga Radio. Digital FM 95.3 HD4. 92.7 FM's news now.
2 high-profile Dixon